Section 6.3, Loans. In this section, you learn about the conventional loans. Examples include auto loans and home mortgage. These techniques do not apply to payday loans, add-on loans, or other loan types where the interest is calculated upfront. For example, you borrow $1,000 at a 12% annual interest rate. Again, we assume that the account is compounded with the same frequency as we make payments unless stated otherwise. So let's take a look at this table. I have the number of months, prior balance, interest on the prior balance, monthly payment, and ending balance. I borrow $1,000 and I'm planning on making monthly payment. So this 12% annual interest rate is going to be equivalent to 1% monthly interest. Because I'm making the monthly payment, so my interest will be compounded monthly. Remember in section 6.1, we say that we assume that payment and interest and the loan will be taken out at the end of the month. So for the first month, I have no prior balance. I have no interest, no monthly payment. At the end of the first month, I take out $1,000 loan. So at the end of the first month, I took out a loan. Moving on to the second month, I took out a loan on the first month. So my prior balance is $1,000. The interest for this month is 1% of this $1,000. So I take 0.01 times 1,000. And the interest is $10. Say I'm making $100 monthly payment. What is the ending balance on the second month? In the beginning of the second month, I owe them $1,000. And the interest that I have to pay based on that $1,000 is $10. So I owe them $1,010. But then at the end of the month, I make a payment of $100. So 1,010 subtract 100, my ending balance is 910. So at the end of the second month, I owe them $910. Starting on the third month, my prior balance is 910. The interest is going to be 1% of this 910. So I'll take 0.01 times 910. And the interest is $9.10. And at the end of the month, I'm making another $100. Starting on the third month, I owe them $910. And the interest that I have to pay them on this $910 is $9.10. At the end of the month, I make a payment of $100. So my ending balance is 910 plus $9.10 subtract 100. I get $819.10. Moving on to the fourth month, in the beginning, I'll owe them $819.10. My interest will be 1% of $819.10. So 0.01 times 819.10, and that is $8.19. Remember, we round to 2 decimal places because we're working with dollars. And at the end of the fourth month, I'll make a payment of $100. My ending balance will be 819.10 at 8.19 minus 100, and that is 727.29. And we'll keep doing this until the ending balance is 0. So this table only shows us first 4 months. But if you keep making the monthly payment, your ending balance will end up with 0. In the next page, we are going to learn how to use the loan formula in order to calculate something like this. The loan formula is P of 0 equals PMT, open square bracket, 1 minus, open parentheses, 1 plus R over N, close parentheses, raised to the negative n times t power, close square bracket, everything divided by R over N. P of 0 is the balance in the account at the beginning. PMT is the loan payment. It could be monthly payment or annual payment. R is the annual interest rate, APR. N is the number of compounding periods in 1 year. T is the number of years we plan to borrow the money. So far, we have the compound interest formula, annuity formula, payout annuity formula, and loan formula. So how do I know when to use the loan formula? How do I know when to use the payout annuity formula? How do I know when to use annuity? And how do I know when to use the compound interest? Both compound interest and annuity formulas are used for when you're making deposits and you earn interest. Compound interest is used when you make one big deposit. Annuity is used when you make many small deposits. Payout annuity is used when you take many withdrawals. And loan formula is used when you make many payments. Example, Gabby can afford a $200 per month as a car payment. If she can get an auto loan at 3% interest for 60 months, which is 5 years, how expensive of a car can she afford? In other words, what amount loan can Gabby pay off for $200 per month? So Gabby can afford paying $200 per month, and her loan is at 3% interest for 5 years. How expensive of a car can she afford? Or how much can she borrow? So this is talking about the car loan and you're making a payment. So I am going to use the loan formula here. In this formula, P of 0 is the balance in the account at the beginning, which is my original loan amount. Do I know what the original loan amount is? No, that's what they're asking for. So P of 0 is my unknown. PMT is the loan payment. Gabby is paying $200 per month. So PMT is 200. R is the annual interest rate. In this case, that's 3%. And always convert that into a decimal, which is 0.03. N is the number of compounding periods per year. Since Gabby is making her monthly payment, So the interest is assumed to be compounding monthly. So n is 12. T is the number of years we plan to borrow the money, which is 5 years. So be careful. If they give you months, always convert that into years. So 60 divided by 12 is 5 years. We always use the number of years for T. I am going to substitute PMT with 200, R with 0.03, N with 12, and T with 5. From here, I'll take 0.03 divided by 12 first. So that is 0.0025. And negative 12 times 5 is negative 60. So I replace that with negative 60. And then I'll take 1 plus 0.0025, which is 1.0025. And then I'll put this in my calculator. I'll take 1 minus 1.0025 raised to the negative 60 first, and then take that times 200, and then divided by 0.0025. 1 minus 1.0025 raised to negative 60. This is everything inside the square bracket, equals, and then take this times 200. This is everything in the numerator, and then we'll take this divided by 0.0025. And this is my answer. My P of 0 is 11130.4715374. The question does not give me any routing instruction, but I'm working with dollars, so I'm going to route it to 2 decimal places. This digit is 1, so I round down. So I get $11,130.47. So if Gabby take out the loan for 5 years at the interest of 3%, and she's making a monthly payment of $200, the amount of loan that she can get is $11,130.47. Example, you want to take out a $140,000 mortgage, which is home loan. The interest rate on the loan is 6%, and the loan is for 30 years. How much will your monthly payments be? I want to take out a $140,000 home loan. The interest rate is 6%, and the loan is for 30 years. How much is my monthly payment? So this is about the home loan and making payments. So I'm going to use my loan formula. In this formula, P of 0 is the balance in the account at the beginning. In this case, that is my original loan amount, which is $140,000. PMT is my payment. Do I know how much payment I have to make? No, that's what they're asking for. How much will your monthly payment be? So my PMT is the unknown. R is the interest rate, which is 6%, and equivalent to 0.06 in decimal. N is the number of compounding periods in 1 year. In this case, I am making a monthly payment. So my interest will be assuming to be compounded monthly as well. So N is 12. T is the number of year I plan to borrow the money, which is 30. I'll substitute P of 0 with 140,000, R with 0.06, N with 12, and T with 30. Next, I'll take 0.06 divided by 12. I'll get 0.005. And negative 12 times 30 is negative 360. So I replace it here. I want to solve for PMT. So I need to get rid of this denominator. I'll multiply both sides of this equation by 0.005. And this gets canceled out. 0.005 times 140,000 is 700 equals PMT 1 minus, I'll take 1 plus 0.005, which is 1.005, to the negative 360. Now I need to simplify this whole bracket. I will use a calculator to do that. 1 minus 1.005 raised to negative 360. This is everything inside that square bracket. So I have 0.83395807196. And to solve for the PMT, I divide both sides of this equation by this number. And this got canceled out. I'll take 700 divided by 0.83395807196. 700 divided by 0.83395807196 equals. So the PMT is 839.3707352216. The question doesn't give me any routing instruction, but I'm working with dollars, so I'm going to route it to 2 decimal places. This digit is 0, so I round down to $839.37. If I take out $140,000 mortgage, the interest rate is 6% for 30 years. My monthly payment will be $839.37. Example, Jane bought $3,000 of new furniture on credit. Because her credit score isn't very good, the store is charging her a fairly high interest rate on her loan, 16%. If she agreed to pay off the furniture over 2 years, how much will she have to pay each month? This is about the loan and about making payment each month. So I am going to use the loan formula. In this formula, P of 0 is my original loan amount. In this case, that is $3,000. PMT is my monthly payment. Do I know what it is? No, because they say how much will she have to pay each month. So PMT is unknown. R is the interest rate. In this case, that is 16%, which is equivalent to 0.16. N is the number of compounding periods in 1 year. In this case, Jane is making the monthly payment. So we're assuming that the interest is also compounded monthly. So N is 12. T is the number of years we plan to borrow the money. In this case, that is 2 years. I am going to substitute P of 0 with 3,000, R with 0.16, N with 12, and T with 2. First, I'll take 0.16 divided by 12. I get 0.0133333333. The digit 3 will keep going forever. Again, this is not your last step, so you are not allowed to round this number. So carry as many digits as you have to. Carry at least 7 or 9 digits. And negative 12 times 2 is negative 24. To solve for PMT, I need to get rid of this denominator. So I'm going to multiply both sides of this equation by 0.0133333333. So this get canceled out. I take 3,000 times this number. So this is the number when I took 0.16 divided by 12. So now I take that times 3,000, and that is 40. Right here, I'll take 1 plus 0.01333333 is 1.01333333. Next, I will need to simplify this number. I'll take 1 minus 1.01333333 raised to the negative 24. 1 minus 1.01333333 raised to the negative 24. And I get 0.2723138484. And to find the PMT, I divide both sides of this equation by this number in the square bracket. And this number got canceled out. I'll take 40 divided by this. 40 divided by 0.27231384834. And this is my answer. My PMT is 146.889334655. The question does not give me any routing instruction, but I'm working with amount of dollars, so I'm going to route it to 2 decimal places. This digit is a 9, so I route up to 146.89. So if Jane bought $3,000 of furniture on credit with the interest rate of 16%, and if she agreed to pay it off in 2 years, her monthly payment will be $146.89.